Hello, Chiku. How was your school today? Anything interesting happening? Um, Grandma, there's something I need to talk to you about. Of course, dear. You can always talk to me. What's bothering you? You know how much I love chocolate, right? I do, my dear. You've always had a sweet tooth, just like your dad. Well, today during recess, one of my friends brought a really tempting chocolate bar to school. It looked so delicious, Grandma, and I had this urge to take it without telling anyone. I see. It's completely normal to feel tempted by something you like. We all face temptations. But, sweetheart, what did you do next? I remembered what you've always told me about honesty and doing the right thing. I knew it was wrong to take something that doesn't belong to me. You made the right choice. That's very wise of you. It's important to remember that our choices define us. So, how did you handle the situation? Well, I talked to my friend about how much I like chocolate and asked if they would share it with me. They were really nice about it and gave me a piece. That's a fantastic way to handle it, dear. You not only resisted the temptation to steal, but also showed kindness and honesty. I am so proud of you. Thanks, Grandma. I just thought of what you would say and it helped me to make the right choice. I'm glad to hear that, my love. Remember, I am always there to listen and help you make good choices. And if you ever feel tempted again, just think of the story I will tell you today. It will remind you that every action of ours has a consequence. Yes, Grandma. Story. Okay, so this is a folk tale from Orissa named The Clever Wife. In a distant village in Orissa, there lived a man known throughout the region for his extraordinary laziness. His disdain for work led him to constantly seek shortcuts to satisfy his hunger. One sunny day, while passing near a temple, he spotted a magnificent mango tree heavy with ripe fruits. Temptation overwhelmed him, and without hesitation, he climbed up the temple's boundary wall to pilfer the luscious mangoes. Unbeknownst to him, the temple also boasted a captivating pond brimming with fish. When the indolent man discovered the fish, he impulsively leaped into the compound, neglecting his characteristic laziness. employing his hands to pluck mangoes and his feet to catch fish. He stuffed his bag with both. Upon returning home, he proudly presented his ill-gotten gains to his wife. Initially, she revved into the thought of a scrumptious meal, as mangoes and fish had become rare treats for them. However, a nagging doubt crept into her mind. How had her chronically lazy husband managed to bring back such treasures? Curiosity consuming her, she seized the bag and inquired, "My love, where did you acquire these delicious offerings?" In a moment of misguided pride, the husband confessed, "I stole them from the temple grounds." Upon hearing this revelation, shock and disappointment washed over the wife. Her husband's transformation from a lazy individual to a theft was a matter of great shame in her eyes. She decided that it was time to impart a lesson to her wayward spouse. Pretending to be content, she remarked, "It's fortunate that you retrieved these treasures from the temple. These mangoes and fish are abundant. Today I should prepare an opulent feast. But first, go and enjoy a refreshing bath." Her words filled his mind with vision of the forthcoming feast, and he eagerly complied, heading for a bath while his wife busied herself in the kitchen preparing the fish. The enticing aroma of the cooking fish permeated the house, making the lazy man's mouth water. He completed his bath in haste, unable to resist the allure of the impending meal. "Hurry, dear," his wife called out. "The food is nearly prepared." As he entered the kitchen, his wife promptly untied her hair and held a sizzling pan of fish. Upon seeing him, she assumed a frantic demeanor and leveled an accusing gaze. "How dare you steal from my temple?" she thundered. Taken aback and trembling, the man stuttered, Your temple?" "Yes," responded his wife, her anger palpable. "I am the guardian goddess of that temple. I witnessed you stealing from my mango tree and pond. I have taken possession of your wife's body and retribution is imminent." Terrified and on his knees, the man pleaded for mercy. In her role as the goddess, her wife outlined her conditions. "Return this vessel of fish to the temple pond. Swear by me that you will abandon your laziness, commit to diligent work, and promise never to steal again." "I promise, O goddess," he exclaimed. He swiftly returned the fish to the temple pond and pledged to change his ways. From that day onwards, he underwent a profound transformation, shedding his lazy habits and forsaking dishonesty. Thus, the astute wife effectively imparted a valuable lesson to her husband, illustrating the transformative potential of creative teaching methods and the capacity for personal growth and change. So, that was today's story, my Chico darling. So, as good choices and actions should be acknowledged and rewarded, now, how about a piece of chocolate today as a reward for your honesty and courage? Oh, Grandma, I love you so much. Here is what I learned today. In choices we made, in paths we choose, the aftermath is ours to use. So let us strive for the consequence that fills our hearts with recompense. Grandma loves you too, Bacha. Keep up the good work. And that wraps up today's podcast. Grandma is closing the book for now. See you next week. Take care. Calling all our young listeners and readers. We want to see your creativity in action. Share your drawings, poems, or anything inspired by this blog with us. We'll showcase your amazing work in our next post. Can't wait to see what you come up with. And that wraps up today's story. Grandma is closing the book for now. See you next week. Take care.